Welcome back to the SMT YouTube channel. Good to have you guys here for this one. Big news. And I don't really know how you guys are all going to receive this. Drop me your comments, of course, at any point in the video to give me your thoughts and perceptions on this. But according to Roger Entner, friend of the show, friend of the channel, a man who I think is one of the most well-connected within the industry, data-driven conclusions, his perspective completely shrouded in data. So I don't think you have to worry about the approach of Recon Analytics and what Roger brings to the table. But according to him, his calculations, his research, his data, T-Mobile is now the biggest mobile operator in the U.S. in terms of customer numbers. All right, so let's separate two things. There is the total customer count that a provider has, and then there's segments within that customer count. So for example, there's the consumer business, and then there is the business, right? So there's business customers, and then there's consumer customers. All right, we are the consumers, and then you have small business, medium-sized business, large business, enterprise, those kind of things. All right, so this basically tells us that indeed, T-Mobile has more consumer side customers than any other provider. They're on track to be the largest provider, period, overall by next year. So that would happen essentially at some point in 2026. Which means as they gain more consumer customers and they gain more business customers, the margin between them and Verizon is shrinking every quarter. T-Mobile has the momentum. They have the marketing. They have the conversion rates. They have all of those things. And they continue to add customers. And the thing that's important about this is it's always just been a matter of time. When you look at the growth that T-Mobile has enjoyed, and it really hasn't slowed down. Like just last quarter, they added 1 million customers. And Verizon doesn't really add. Right? Very, very slowly. When you look at their total business, you have to include both consumer and the business side in order to see any type of net adds. Meanwhile, T-Mobile is adding 1 million customers, right? So, and I don't know how much of that is business. It's not really important, because they're about to pass everybody. They already passed AT&T a couple years ago. Now they're going to pass Verizon. They will be, by customer count, the largest provider. So everybody was wondering when this was going to happen, and now we kind of have the answer. Again, I don't think this is a question of validity. I think these numbers are probably good, and we can trust to them, and it shouldn't really be much of a surprise. T-Mobile has been adding 600, 700, 800,000 on a regular basis. Million customer net adds some quarters. And I get it. Some of the lines are free. Like maybe 30% of them. Like that's very possible. Maybe even 35 or 40%. But it's whatever at this point. I mean, those are lines. Those lines are on the network. They're on people's accounts. What are we supposed to do about that? We're going to start separating those numbers. Oh, but they got 30% free lines, so we got to knock them down 30%. And I mean, what are we supposed to do at this point? But for those of you that have been wondering when T-Mobile is going to pass Verizon, it appears that they have in a way. And everything will be put to rest at some point next year once the total count gets passed. Again, I think the difference maker here is just the fact that Verizon has dominated in the business space for so long. That's really what's separating them at this point. But that should be a thing of the past here in just a few months. Anyways, let me know what your thoughts and opinions are on this. Drop me your comments, like and share, subscribe for more, turn on the bell so you never miss an upload, and we'll see you guys soon on the next video.